Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another video. And I guess it's going to be a review, I guess, or just at least my thoughts or whatever. Honestly, I didn't even want to make this video because yeah, it seems like even being a little bit positive on this show might get you some flack. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to talk about some things I do not like. I'm not going to sit here and say it's amazing, but honestly, I did the reaction series for, of course, I'm talking about Masters of the Universe Revelation Part 1, which you could check out if you want. I don't recommend it, but not because of the show, because, you know, it's me. But if you want, you can go ahead. And I was super excited for it. I really was. The first trailer, which I could still watch that trailer and think it's a great trailer, but I won't be able to watch that trailer and think, wow, man, I can't wait to see this show, because I'll get right down to it. That first trailer is misleading. If it was a trailer for the first episode, then I'll give them that. That's pretty much all the footage you see in that trailer. Actually, I think all of that footage. If I think, man, I'm talking about the teaser with the "I need a hero." I think every single piece of footage from there is from that first episode. But I haven't watched anybody else's takes or anything. I've seen a lot of comments and stuff, but I haven't seen any like YouTube videos about it. I was about to watch Double Toasted's review, but I didn't. I haven't yet. I'm going to. I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts on video first, because if you watch my reaction, you could see I was enjoying myself, but I had problems with it, especially about one character, which I'm sure everybody's talking about. I've seen comments and tweets about this one particular character. Oh, I wonder who I'm talking about. I guess really it's technically two characters that people have problems with. One being the character we would like to see, and the other one we would like to see less of. But my problem is the character we would like to see less of. We'll get to it. But I thought the show was very well animated. It looked great. It really did. I love Powerhouse Animations. They do a great job with all the animation. Castlevania is one of my favorite series out there. I love it to death. I really do. And that show does a great job of giving us characters we like, we relate to, we sympathize with. We want to hear them talk. We want to hear them talk about how they're feeling. We like to see them together and be friends or even enemies. It's just a great show, and that's not even the animation part, really, because you can have all that stuff in a animated show and still have like bad animation, and still the show could be good. But the animation is spectacular. It just got better and better every season. And same thing with Blood of Zeus. I loved Blood of Zeus. It was a way more simple story of just like, it was pretty much like Clash of the Titans in a way, or one of those kind of hero stories. But I really enjoyed that one. I really did. It had some good characters, some shocking moments, great action, great animation. I think the animation is spectacular in the show. It really is. Not as good as Castlevania, but damn good, and it actually has a lot of little things that harken back to the old He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I like a lot of the references. I'm not gonna lie, I am a fan of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, but it's been a long time. I'm not a kid anymore, so I don't watch it anymore. I know some people still watch it, and I'm not making fun of anybody that still watches it. I'm not gonna lie, I want to watch some old He-Man, because it's so wholesome, like from what I remember. And that's actually not true. I watched the He-Man Christmas special a few years ago, so it hasn't been that long since I've watched He-Man. I love the He-Man Christmas special with Skeletor and those two kids. Love that episode. I watch that any day. But I just, I don't watch it regularly, because I don't watch cartoons a lot unless they're like anime, I guess. Which kids watch anime too, but whatever. But I was really happy with a lot of the references, and some of the characters that showed up. Stinkor showed up, which, hell yeah, shout outs to Stinkor. I'm actually a little upset at myself because I didn't recognize Stinkor in the freaking official trailer. I didn't even know he was in the official trailer for the show. When the episode happened with Stinkor, I was like, hell yeah, Stinkor. I didn't know he was gonna be in it. He's in the first trailer. I mean, the actual trailer, not the teaser, but with the "I need a hero." But whatever. So yeah, some of the characters showing up was cool. I mean, Lockjaw showed up. Yeah, I mean, these characters didn't really do a lot, but like, Triclops showed up. He had actually a pretty big part in the story, and Henry Rollins voiced him, which that was already a plus. Love Henry. Can I say his name? Henry Rollins. And yeah, so a lot of references were fun. A lot of puns were good too. I really liked those puns. Um, the voice cast was terrific. I thought everybody did a great job, even if their characters weren't great. I think all the voice acting was either really solid or fantastic. The pacing was pretty quick too. I actually commented that about that on my reaction series. Like I was like, whoa! Like the first episode flew by like nothing. Like I'm like looking at the time just to see. Usually I'm not looking at the time. I'm looking at my XSplit to make sure like everything's okay, because XSplit will give you, you know, like, hey, shit's going down, you know, oh, your percentage went way up for your CPU, now your video's fucked. So I like to look at sometimes, and I think I might have looked maybe once through the first 30 minutes of this reaction series, which is the first episode, and it just flew by. It was so much fun. It really was. The first episode is so much fun. So fast pace, the pace was extremely fast. Even for the lesser episodes, maybe it was because I was just hating on a certain character, and it was just like, it was fueling me. I wasn't bored because of that. I don't know. But yeah, so those are pretty much positives. I think those are all my positives. Some of the action's fun, but you know, some of it's also not all that great. It's not definitely not Castlevania in terms of action. Not that He-Man and the Masters of the Universe ever had amazing action or amazing animation. It was really about the cheesiness and even the characters, and just, I don't know, the little PSAs. That's what they call it. It's like, hey, don't be a dummy. You know, like when he like sits down and he wants to talk to the kids about like drugs and shit. Which were always great. They should do more of those, honestly. For cartoons now. Maybe they do. I don't watch cartoons, like I said. By the way, this poster is amazing looking. I almost want this poster to not say Masters of the Universe Revelation. It just shows everything else, and have this as like a framed picture, because the artwork is amazing and it looks awesome. Look how good it looks. Jesus Christ. God. All right. Well, I guess we should go on to the negatives now. Oh, good God. Okay, let's talk about the negatives. I guess we have to talk about the big problem with this show, at least the first half of the show, is the I guess the subversion of expectations, because everything needs to be like that. You know, it has to subvert your expectations so you can have a big wow moment. And sometimes it works. And in here, it worked. I'm going to tell you, it worked a couple times. I think the ending worked for one aspect of it. Before you shit on me, just listen to me in a minute when I talk about the ending. But the subversion of expectations, of course, you expect Masters of the Universe Revelation to be about He-Man. Even if He-Man's not in the title, you think He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. It doesn't matter if this doesn't say He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The freaking show is called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The original show was, at least. It's all about He-Man. Don't get me wrong. There's been plenty of episodes of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe where it wasn't just about He-Man. But that was if you're going to do a sequel series where it continues and ends the series and it like wraps it up, and you're actually going to do a story that's a little bit more dramatic and heavy emotionally and stuff, then you should follow He-Man, because it was his show. Okay, like if the She-Ra show was called She-Ra and the Princess of Power, and then season 3 out of nowhere He-Man becomes the main character, I would have a problem with that too. That would be dare I say problematic. Because it's She-Ra's show. Why is he the main character now? So I think it's fair to say it's a little weird that, and some people are going to use the excuse, well, this is called Master of the Universe, like I said. It doesn't matter. The original show is He-Man. Most people call the original show He-Man. They don't even call it He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. They know it mainly for He-Man. He-Man, you know, that guy. So I like Teela. That's the thing. I like Teela in the original show and the 2002 reboot. I especially liked her in that one because I thought she was a little bit more headstrong from what I remember. But I always liked Teela. I like a lot of the characters. Everybody says like, oh, there's not that many female characters. There's a bunch of great. Evil Lynn is awesome. I love Evil Lynn. The Sorceress is cool. I like the Sorceress. There is good female characters. So I saw some people on Twitter say like, it was all like, oh, it was all about the men. Yeah, no shit. It was called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I don't know. Not every show needs to be for everybody, is all I'm saying. Some shows could be for boys, some shows could be for girls. That's fine. I'm not gonna get upset that the new She-Ra show isn't for me. I will definitely not do that. But you know, whatever. Teela being the main character, because everybody knows this at this point. He-Man, all right, first episode, He-Man dies. Straight up. I'm going to put spoilers in the title, so you know. He-Man dies. He sacrifices himself to save everybody. Skeletor has a new plan, and this plan actually is good, besides most of his plans, which just fucking fail. He actually, well, some of them succeed, but this one succeeded the most. He destroys the magic orb that contains all the magic in Eternia, and if you don't have that, fucking everything dies pretty much. And he's like, oh, screw it then. And he hits it, and it's about to break. The sorceress stops time, says, hey, this shit's about to blow up and kill everybody from here all the way to fucking Timbuktu. So we need to stop this. And He-Man's like, all right, well, I'll use my magic sword shit and stop it, make it so that it contains the explosion, and it'll only kill me and Skeletor, because fucking Skeletor's coming with me. Fuck that guy. And he does that, but along the way, Teela's there, by the way. Teela's close by. She's not right up on their little exchange, their little explosion exchange, so she's fine. But she can see everything that's happening. And while he's doing that, while he's containing the explosion, he turns back to Adam, which if you do not know, Teela doesn't know, Adam is He-Man. And that's going to be important in a minute after He-Man kicks the bucket. He explodes, he takes Skeletor with him, so both, not even the first episode is done. After 30-something years of waiting for these characters to show back up, even though we had the 2002 show, but that was a reboot, a continuation of the original show, waiting for these same characters to show back up. It's not even the first episode until He-Man and Skeletor are done, dead. So, subversion of expectations. There you go. Good job, Rian Johnson. I was okay with that death, though, I will say, because they could make He-Man, if they really wanted to, like, prop up the women characters, which I don't mind that at all, like, if you make them likable, or not even likable, or interesting, or fucking anything, I don't mind that, but they could have done worse with his death. What he did actually saved everybody. Sure, it also caused the problem that is the main problem of Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is like all magic is gone and people are dying and the whole fucking everything's gonna die, or the whole universe will die because no magic. But if he didn't do that, then everything would die instantly right there. So at least he created a chance for people to fix it. So they go back to Castle Grayskull, tell He-Man, Adam's parents that He-Man died, meaning Adam died. They are emotional about it. The king tells Man-at-Arms, get the fuck out of here. The actual Man-at-Arms, not Teela, which earlier in the episode, Teela became Man-at-Arms too. Not saying she's not Man-at-Arms. It's just like, we know Man-at-Arms to be Duncan. So I guess Duncan, we'll call him Duncan. That's fine. Teela and Duncan. So Adam's dead. Teela's childhood friend, buddies, you know, they're close. They're friends. I always thought they were romantically interested in each other in the original, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to have that. I actually prefer it if you don't have that, because there's too many fucking things out there that's like, we need romance, bro. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't need it. So, she's there and she's like, hey, I'm gonna make this about me. Excuse me? I'm gonna make this about me, because that's exactly what happened. I don't want anybody defending what she did, because it was actually insulting. Man just died by saving everyone, and she's upset because she was lied to about Adam being He-Man. Now, I understand she's also in grief. I get that. But the only thing she says was about, like, lies, and I hate magic. Magic sucks because it lied to me because he was magical and shit. So she makes it about herself and says, fuck this place, and drops her little tiara thing and says, fuck you, I'm out. And I'm like, wow, that, like, you're allowed to be upset. That's perfectly fine to be upset that your friend is both dead and also lied to you for so long. But he did die, not only saving you, but everyone. And literally the parents had about 30 seconds to grieve before Teela makes it all about her. I was surprised the king didn't say, "Wow, you are never allowed back here. You better never fucking show your face again, or I swear to God, we will execute you." Like I was shocked that happened. I was like, what the fuck? I can't remember what my reaction was, but like thinking about it, it really fucking upset me. It really did. But whatever. Maybe the show was so good at that point that when that happened, I was just like, that's annoying. But it really, like, thinking about it now, it's upsetting me. I can't wait to see other videos of people talk about that, because I hope I'm not the only one thinking that, because that was ridiculous. I know Twitter people were talking about that. It's ridiculous. And right there, they torpedoed Tila's character. Her character was torpedoed at that point. And after that, she's like this gruff, like she has like the shaved head, side head, which I don't know why they did that. That was a bad choice, because it just, I don't know. It's just weird. Like someone decided we need that in Masters of the Universe, whatever. I mean, Masters of the Universe is the same series where you have a guy named Stinkor, so whatever, which shout out to Stinkor. I think I shouted him out earlier, but whatever. So Tila isn't a good main character, because most of the time she's berating people and not really saying much, and I don't get much of a character from her. And I wonder if the writers, which aren't just Kevin Smith, I know everybody's shitting on Kevin Smith, and he had a big hand in it, obviously, but he wasn't the only writer, so we can blame some other people too if you really want. I wouldn't threaten him like I saw some people threaten him, but I will be okay with people calling him a liar, Kevin Smith, because he did lie. I did see that he said that no, this show is all about He-Man. I mean, he's in it, I guess. It's not all about him. It is about Tila. It is about Tila. And it's obvious where part 2 is going. It's so obvious. I hope maybe they subvert our expectations there. That would be nice, because if they don't, it would be the most obvious fucking like, oh, she's going to get the power sword and she'll become, She-Woman. Well, they'll probably call it something else for her, right? I don't know. I'm okay with that if she was a good character. My problem is she's not. And it's not just her being an asshole when Adam died. It's the whole 5 episodes. She's not that likable. She has like little moments, like, oh, she sees Duncan again, even though she berated him too a couple times, calling him a liar, even though she's being just a dick the entire fucking season, or half of the season. There's a couple of nice moments. She talks to Cringer, which Cringer gives her a lecture and stuff, and that was nice, I guess. It was more nice because of the other side of the conversation, Cringer and even Man-at-Arms talking to her and stuff. I just wish everybody wasn't so apologetic to her, because she doesn't fucking deserve it. All right, we lied, we get it. You literally abandoned everybody because a few people lied to you. You abandoned your post, which is, I'm sure there was like riots and stuff after like magic was gone. I mean, they couldn't even get water and stuff. We could have used our Man-at-Arms. I mean, sure, we lied to you, but it's not like we fucking like didn't just award you Man-at-Arms and like I don't know. She played the victim card real hard, which is hilarious, because He-Man literally died up 2 minutes earlier, saving everyone. All right, he lied to you. You're right. He lied to you. You're right to be upset about that, but I couldn't believe it. And it really soured me on her character, because there's still a lot of stuff I like about the show. I really do. But thinking about it, I couldn't stop thinking about it for the last day. I'm just like, they really torpedoed her character. Whoever was the other writers and stuff, like, I wish one of them would have said, like, you know, maybe we don't need her getting upset here. Maybe just have her leave. You know, that would have been better if she just left. Like, maybe she, like, leaves the castle and like throws her tiara thing on the ground, and like she has like not only a disappointed look on her face, but also you could tell she's depressed because she just lost her friend. That would have been way better, and she just leaves and no one's seen her since. But no, she has to berate everybody and say like, oh, I've been lied to my whole life. It's like, fuck me. Oh my god. So I really enjoyed a lot of this show. I know you can't tell from the last like 12 minutes, but I really enjoyed a lot of this show. But there's just some things like Tila, who's the main character, I just didn't like, and I slowly started to warm up to her a little bit. You can see in the reaction to it, I'm like, all right, yeah. But like again, I thought about it more and more after, and I'm like, I can't. I just can't. Like, all the scenes I don't like her in, and even the scenes where I'm like not hating her in, she's not really doing much. She really isn't. Like, I like some of the other characters. Andra, who's her friend, who I think a lot of people are assuming she's like there's a romance thing happening, which I don't fucking care, honestly. Do whatever you want. But because I never thought of Master of the Universe, He-Man and Master of the Universe as like, I want everybody to hook up, I want everybody to fuck, you know, like, whatever. I didn't think she was great, but she wasn't annoying. She had a lot of puns, so I'll give her credit. So Andra, you brought some puns. She was at least had a personality, which I think Tila just really didn't. And when she had a personality, it was just blaming other people for shit. I did like I don't know, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go back to just being negative because I was already positive enough. It's just the bait and switch also really leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I just rewatched both trailers before doing this video, and I'm like, God damn it. How come we couldn't just have a movie or a show? That's what this is. Even though if you combine all episodes together, it's like the length of a show, but whatever. Why couldn't we just have a show where it is He-Man, but it's an ensemble? It's like, you know, like an Avengers thing. Everybody does stuff, and we get some moments where, like, you know, Man-at-Arms shows up and he saves people, and it's cool. And Man-at-Arms is like one of the best things of the show, and I think Liam Cunningham is a perfect Man-at-Arms. Shit, if they did a live action version of He-Man like maybe 10-15 years ago, he would have been a perfect live action version of Man-at-Arms. But I think it's just, I don't know. It's just a shame that the trailers made it look so good. Like, and there's a lot of He-Man in the first trailer, not a lot of He-Man in the second trailer. It was obviously like they were like making it look like it's the Tila show in the second trailer. So I'll give them credit there. They made it look a little bit more like the Tila show. They still kind of was misrepresenting what the show was. And especially look at this poster. Like I keep saying, like, what the fuck. Again, if this was a poster, and if this was a poster for the first episode, same thing for the teaser trailer, then sure. If it was just a poster and a teaser trailer for the first episode, like if they had like trailers for each episode, then I'd be like, okay, that was a good teaser for that first episode, but whatever. I know this is going off the rails, but I didn't even really want to make this video, so I'm like, I'm just going. Yeah, so just Tila really brought it down. Like a lot of things I really liked. I really did. I'm not kidding. When I really liked the animation, a lot of the references just put a smile on my face. The first episode, almost all of it made me fucking giddy and really happy. I don't know, it's just the voice cast is great. The pace is still fast. It's just Tila is just kind of ruined it for me, and not because she's a fucking woman. I don't give a shit. I've already talked about it. Like, I don't care. She's just an unlikable character. If she was likable, I wouldn't have that much of a problem. I'd still would prefer to have He-Man, because that's what the show is. It's He-Man. Even though they didn't put He-Man in the title. I hate that argument. I really hate that argument. It's called Masters of the Universe. That's like saying, like, well, I mean, the game's called Halo. It doesn't mean you know anybody wants Master Chief. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not a good comparison, but whatever. No. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Tila. I'm really not. And I like Tila in the 2002 one. I like Tila in the original. And I know some people are going to say, well, because she's not the main character. If she was the main character and she was that character from the 80s one and the 2002 one, then I would like her as the main character. You know? I liked She-Ra, the original. And you know what? The new one, I might like that one too if I watch it. Even though it's not made for me, I might even like it. I don't know. It didn't look that bad to me. But I like the She-Ra show from back in the 80s. Hey, I grew up with Sailor Moon. And no, not just because of the transformations. And yes, it was a big part of because it was Tuxedo Mask. Which, you know, he's a man, so maybe that's not a good example. But there's a lot of great... Look at Castlevania, Sypha. Dude, the reaction series I did for Castlevania, for He-Man, I made sure... Master of the Universe. Tila and the Master of the Universe. The shirt I wore was a Sypha shirt. I love Sypha. Best character in Castlevania, I think. I honestly think that. And there's some great ones. Trevor is, you know, maybe it's tied between her and Trevor. I don't know. So many great characters in that. Oh no, Isaac's really good though. Oh man, that's gonna be hard. I should do a tier list for the Castlevania Netflix characters. But it's just like I don't know. Because I know there's a lot of people saying like, oh, it's because it's a woman. I'm like, no, it's because we wanted He-Man. You told us we're getting He-Man. You lied, Kevin Smith, about, oh, it's He-Man. It's definitely a He-Man show. And then he's in the first episode. He's in a sprinkling of the other few episodes, and that's it. Also the ending. I said I'll talk about it. I think I did. The ending of this first part. I actually liked the last reveal of Skeletor. Of Skeletor being, he's still alive. He was just living inside Evil Lynn's, oh shit, now, I can't think of the name of her staff thing, whatever. And I also like that Evil Lynn ended up still being evil towards the end, because they were really building her up as, oh, she's gonna be a good guy. Or gal, whatever. And Lena Headey, or Hetty, however you pronounce her name, fantastic. I thought she was so great as Evil, and she really did a great job. Everybody did a great job. They really did. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Tila, even though I don't like her character, she did a great job. It's just really annoying that whatever. But so it's just annoying what they did at the end, where there's like, oh, He-Man's. It's like they were just like teasing you. It's like, oh, He-Man is gonna come back. Look, Adam shows back up, and oh, he's even though he's dead, they go to Paternia, which is like the heaven, and they bring him back. And they rebuild the sword, because it gets destroyed in the beginning. I forgot to mention that. And they rebuild the sword. Roboto dies for it, and then, you know, he's about to say it, I have the power, or whatever. Oh no, by the power of Grayskull, or whatever. And Skeletor comes out, stabs him in like the lower abdomen, it looked like. So he's probably not dead, but he's a little weak guy, so he might, who knows. If the next episode starts off with just a gravestone for fucking Adam, I'm gonna be like, oh my fucking god. I'm gonna be really upset. But yeah, I'm almost hoping part 2 hasn't even been written yet, honestly. I'm really hoping it hasn't, so they could see all this criticism and go, oh shit, it's because they could do pretty much anything right now, because they leave it off in a kind of cool way. I like the Skeletor being a badass now. Now it's Skelegod. I heard that's his name, which is amazing. I love that name, Skelegod. And the potential for there being a lot of Skeletor or Skelegod in the next part is good, because Mark Hamill's amazing as Skeletor, I think, or Skelegod now. And also it ends, I mean, you got me here. It ends the entire first half of the season with a line straight out of the movie Masters of the Universe, which that movie's terrible, but I love it. There's a couple references to that movie. And who knows, maybe there are references to the cartoon also, but for some reason I remember the movie a lot more than some of those episodes that have those references. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot more episodes than there is movies for Masters of the Universe, to be fair. And that movie was called Masters of the Universe. And guess what? He-Man was still like a main character. Actually, wasn't Courtney Cox the main character? Like, she was like some Earth girl, but he was still prominently featured. But whatever. Yeah. So that's really it. I know I talked way too much, and it was rambling. It really wasn't a review. It's just like getting off. I just want to get it out there, because there is good stuff in this show. I don't want people to just say it's bad and that's it, because Tila is not a likable character, and of course He-Man's not in it enough. I wanted to go in depth of what I liked and disliked. I don't think I did that quite, but whatever. I'm also kind of just tired of it. At this point, I don't even want to hear the name He-Man anymore, because every time I go on Twitter, it's just, that's what it is. To be fair, I click on the trending and see what's happening, and it's both sides. It's like, oh, everybody that hates it is a fucking sexist, and then the other side's like, damn, fucking Kevin Smith is a fucking soy boy, cuck loser. I'm like, Jesus, it's He-Man. I don't know. I mean, I just wanted it to be about He-Man, because that's what the fucking original show is centered on usually. I don't know. Honestly, I would have forgiven it if Skeletor was still in the first 5. He's only in the first episode, and he's in one flashback of the second episode, I think, or the third episode. Maybe it was the third episode. And then he's like at the end of the last episode, but he only talks a little bit. He does say, I, Skeletor, am master of the universe, which is great. That's the movie line. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all the Kevin Smith shit too. I'm just not. I already mentioned he lied and stuff, but I'm not really gonna get into all everything he lied about and all that stuff because I really don't know a lot of the info. I just know he lied, and there's evidence. And he even said in the past in like Comic Book Men, which I actually used to watch. I am a pretty big fan of Kevin Smith as a person. A lot of his movies I can't stand, but yeah, I don't know. I really like him as a person and a speaker. I think he does a really good job of just like holding your attention when he talks. Uh, yeah, so him lying is really upsetting. And also him saying in preview, I forgot to finish my sentence here. See, I'm just going all over the place. Him saying like he's not actually a fan of Master of the Universe in the past is just like a cherry on top of all of it. Like this video footage of him during Comic Book Men saying, "I am no fan of Master of the Universe." He even has a tweet, which I don't even think he's deleted yet. So hey, kudos to you, Kevin Smith. You could have deleted it and hope everybody forgets somehow, but you didn't. At least I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure people still link that tweet unless he deleted it in the last little bit. I don't know. So maybe not kudos. I'm gonna hold that kudos and I'll wait until I find out. Then I'll give it back. But anyway, this poster's great. I love this poster. I've looked at this poster the last few days. I'm just like, wow, look at this. What a fucking masterpiece. Let's just pretend the poster is the show. And like envision what, like, ooh, yeah, He-Man and Teela and Man-at-Arms being badasses all together. They're doing teamwork shit. Because, you know, if you're going to call it Master of the Universe, you could still have He-Man and then bolster all the other characters if you want, if that was your agenda. But seems like it was just to make the woman the badass and get rid of that fucking white male guy. So that's what it seems like. That's just how it seems to me. And I'm not really like against woke culture or whatever, but it's just, and I'm not saying that's exactly what's going on here, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain why you would make a He-Man show and get rid of He-Man. Besides to subvert expectations, but even that is kind of silly to me. At least keep him around for a couple episodes and then subvert our expectations. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's it. I'm not gonna give it a score. That's just kind of my thoughts, really. I don't know. That's it. Bye.